Hey troops, it's Roy from Geeks Adventures. Just oh hell, we'll just jump into this and not even bother. Yeah. Oh. And I know a lot of you younger readers out there are like, who is this guy? I mean, you're seeing lots of remembrances and things of that nature from a lot of folks. Um, I think unfortunately what you run into in the post Marvel Cinematic, post Stanley era, you get a lot of focus on, oh, who so and so created this, so and so created that. The unique thing about the comic book industry is a lot of these guys did work for hire. Um, yes, Bill Finger, legendary. Yes, Neil Gaiman. Alan Moore, etc., etc., etc. There are legions of guys who did not create these characters, but the work they did is help to build everything. And that is what Denny O'Neil did. No, he did not create Batman. He did not create the Question. He did not create Iron Man. His runs in those three books though are legendary, because he was able to take what was there, all the history, all those wonderful things, and he had a way of making characters incredibly human. Which is kind of ironic because one of the most famous things he did was the Joker's five-way revenge and turn the Joker back into a psychopath. And you're wondering right now, oh no, is he gonna go into one of those long, rambling career summation things? No, because that's boring and everybody else is doing it anyway, and that's what Wiki is for. Although I will say, in high school, I was a huge fan of the Question during his run for, was it 3? I didn't realize it was only for 3 years. If you get a chance, read it, please. If you want to talk about Zen philosophy and all sorts of funky stuff, and one of the first comic books that was really trying to not just be Cape Cowl kids, woo, save the day from the supervillain. That was it. It was deep. But what I want to talk about is Iron Man 200. Yes. This is my very beat up copy of the many armors of Iron Man. Iron Man 200, the individual issue. You can find it either that way or through compilations like this. It's not hard. The beauty of the story is that this was during Denny O'Neil's run. What was it from? Iron Man 163 to I guess issue 208, where he introduced Obadiah Stane. Kind of and no surprise, there's a lot of sharing of personality traits from the character that Jeff Bridges created in the Iron Man film, to what Denny O'Neil created in his comic book story. Crazy power hungry guy. In the books, he's originally from Europe. He was a co-worker of Howard Stark, and of course went, I want your company, mofo, and unfortunately didn't get a chance to grab it. Stane's crazy. He would stop at no ends to get what he wanted. Unfortunately, he kind of got that from his father, who I guess he had a good run at a poker game or something. So to prove how lucky he was, played roulette, Russian roulette with a pistol. Excuse me, revolver. Didn't go well. So he basically, over the course, now you're going, when was this character created? Yeah, it's from issue 160, what was it, 163, I think? Yeah, I think from issue 163. Yeah, 3 years. The story arc from Hades. Stane unleashed psychological hell and financial hell on Stark. Took away everything, stole the company, went in cahoots with S.H.I.E.L.D. to buy out Stark, so it became Stane International, got him bankrupt, so unfortunately he fell off the wagon hard. For a little while he was actually homeless. It was brutal to watch. And what happened is that Jim Rhodes is able to getting back on the wagon. And starting small, he and Rhodes and two friends, the four of them together, were starting an electronics company. But, in typical fashion for a supervillain, poke the bear, poke the bear. Stain is thinking, what's the last thing I can do to really destroy Stark because I can't leave well enough alone. In the middle of all this, Stark is tinkering with his armor. He's using it as a form of therapy. So he's creating this thing, and over time on the West Coast, and working with this brand new company, and just trying to purge his alcoholism, his everything, and just to stop being a schmuck. So he ends up developing a new suit of armor. In theory, someone's gonna wear it. Maybe will it be me? I don't know, but just tinker, tinker, tinker. And Stain, in an attempt at the last blow, like villains so want to do, blows up the complex where the new company is. Jim survives. One of their partners survives. Her brother doesn't. And in issue 200, all comes to a head. So at that point, that's when Stark realizes, all right, there's only one way to settle this. And he dons the new armor, the legendary Silver Centurion. It's ironic that that O'Neil at his best is about finding the humanity in characters, because by issue 200, this is like the ultimate. You know how back in the day you waited for WrestleMania because you're like, yeah, this is where you settle things. Yeah, yeah. This is like WrestleMania on crack. Pay-per-view on an IMAX screen. Okay. Because what happens is that Stain has taken over the Stark International campus on Long Island, and he's living large. And what he did was, actually, in the middle of all this, he discovered Stark's notes. So he built his own armor, the Ironmonger, and he's like, I'm gonna build me an army of these things. I'm gonna get rich. Tony shows up. I'm gonna kick his butt because he's a wuss and he's a drunk. I'm gonna kick his butt. Issue 200 is the penultimate. You've been waiting literally. Like I said, this is going back to like 163. You've been waiting this whole time to see Sting get his butt handed to him on a pike. His head handed to him on a pike. You'll get the inside joke in a bit. Stark throws on the armor and goes. He goes over and calls him out. And it is the ultimate fight. At first, it's the typical, you send out your goons to see what's going to happen. So all of these hench people, the chessmen, circuit breakers, the chessmen, these are these guys in like anti-gravity suit things with pew, 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 all this kind of stuff. Nope, kicks their butt. Stark kicks their butt. Stain busts out this giant helicopter thing called a circuit breaker, also gets his butt kicked. The armor that Stark creates is amazing. One of the things that's happened during this time period also, the armor hasn't changed much in like 20 years, 30 years. It is the classic red and gold look, but the tech has been the usual. You got repulsors, and you got the jet boot jets and all this kind of whatnot. O'Neil and I believe Mark Bright also helped in the design. They went through like 5 tons of DARPA notes, the Defense Department, spooky, funky stuff, because they busted out so much new tech in the armor. It was amazing. They gave it a stealth mode. They gave it this holographic chameleon effect so it could disappear. Its propulsion system was so powerful that what it did was to go from coast to coast rather than just going really, really fast. It goes a parabolic arc, so they go so high that the Earth's rotation actually moves you. All this kind of stuff. And these giant cannons called pulse bolts that just blow stuff up. It is insane. And what happens? Stark and Stain have this fight. Each in their respective armor. And Stark in his Silver Centurion, Stain in the Ironmonger armor. Um, it is amazing as they're going over this, and they're having this running argument about bite me, no you suck, and it's amazing. The fun part is too though is that of course Stain traditionally what he always wins by is his psychological warfare, thinking 18 to 20 steps ahead to try and outdo his opponent. The beauty of it, as much as all this pew 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 and explosions are going on, it's Stark thinking as fast, using his tech to work his way around the plans that Stain has. So in the end, he is able to get him. He's able to stop him. And by the end of the issue, Stain is defeated. He's losing. He realizes, look, I'm done. And Stark is like, look, we can, we're done. Enough. And Stain's like, well, not quite. Remember what I said about his father in Russian roulette. And Stain basically goes, look, my father did not let the world see him defeat, basically, and I'm not going to let you do that either. And blows his head off with his repulsor. It's a very shocking but very fitting moment for Stain. That's the way he was. For him, the ultimate defeat wasn't simply, the money and yada, yada, yada. It was the psychological loss. And for him, he wasn't going to let Stark get away with that. And it's a very telling moment. And a very classic O'Neil moment. Stain is dead. And Stark's not a killer. And he's walking away through the flames and stuff, and in the middle of the carnage of their battle, over Stain Industries International Campus, and some people are coming over wondering what happened, and someone goes, what happened? And a very classic O'Neil line, Stark goes, somebody lost, and that's it. Incredibly cool story. One of my favorite stories, period. Of course, Marvel Legends did action figures. Yay! These are both pretty old. This is the Silver Centurion they did. There are multiple versions of Silver Centurion out there, in various scales from all the lines. This is my favorite, from Marvel Legends when Toy Biz still had the license. It came with the obligatory accessory, which was this rocket booster thing that actually attaches to the suit, which actually is kind of cool. Got a cowling that fits over the head, and then you got a removable belt comes off, so you can just get the little belt thingy also comes off. And there is the armor in all of its uber detailed glory. The figure's beautiful. Pretty easy to get on the secondary market. I mean, it's not super cheap, but it's not crazy expensive like the Hulkbuster armor. And I don't mean the latest incarnation of the Hulkbuster armor from the Avengers movie. I mean the one from this line. But typical Marvel Legends, even for now, so much detail. I mean, you can even see ridges on the boots. The Ironmonger figure. This was a builder figure from the current line of Marvel Legends figures. Also, just beautiful. And I guess one of the things that accentuates the workmanship is the fact that this thing is just blue, okay, like it is in the comic, and yet the metallic blue is just beautiful. The one thing nitpicking me is that it's not as big as other Build-A-Figures, so you kind of wince on the secondary market, like I'm paying for how much, but it's beautifully done. Look at this detail. And again, look at the boots. You got treads on the boots. And actually, be that as it may about me whining about how big the figure is, it is in scale. That's basically what it should be in scale. So yeah, there you go. Bites. I know that's not the most eloquent way of putting it, but from what I understand, he passed away of natural causes. Um, so fortunately, he did not bear the brunt of other things that could have led to his passing. Um, I guess the one thing is just right now it's so much stuff going on right now on so many fronts that it just kind of it's just a sad thing to hear. But on the flip side, like I said, fortunately, like I said, he passed from natural causes. So hopefully, take what comfort you can in that. He's a heck of a writer. Like I said, his impact on the industry is huge. He'll obviously be missed. He will never be forgotten. So hey, if you get a chance, please pick this up. Like I said, it's easy to find on the secondary market. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's just great storytelling. Seriously, as a comic book fan, as a writer, as a creator of material, or you just want to read a butt-kicking story with the penultimate battle at the end, pick up Iron Man 200. Seriously, pick it up. Anyway, I'm going to go because it's getting late and I've been babbling for a long time. And I start to get really punchy and get really, really rambly after a certain point. So, hey, y'all take care. Have a good weekend. May the force be with you. May the odds be in your favor. And always, 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 always be good to each other, okay, peeps? I'll take care. Peace. Bye-bye.